Taylor, do you want to talk about hockey fights?
Yeah, we'll talk about hockey fights. Let's do it. Love a good hockey
Well,
fight.
I love a good hockey fight as well. First of all, this is friendly fire. These are two fans at a watch party. And, I mean, just look at this.
Yeah, I just love this poncho.
Mm.
Oh my God, where do I get one of those? Not even Edmonton, just for like my team,
Yeah.
right? Like every team needs to create a poncho. This is fucking cool. And I just absolutely love that poncho guy. This is going to sound so fucking rude. Poncho guy looks like the dude in the trailer park that you grew up with. You know what I mean? Like, so where I grew up, even in small town Georgia, there's like the trailer area, and a lot of really great people live there. I'm not talking shit about the people. I'm just saying they come with a certain swag and vibe. So if you see poncho dude that looks like he came from the trailer park, you don't get in a fucking fight with him. That guy's gonna deck your ass, you know, like, and he does. This guy delivers. He like straight up fucking beats the shit out of this other dude. But yeah, friendly fire. Why are you kicking his ass? Like, what happened?
Yeah,
here?
another note on poncho guy. If you ever get in a fight with a poncho guy, you better hope you win. And I'm not trying to stereotype poncho wearing people, but if he doesn't win the fight, he is going to get up and do the dirtiest thing to you possible. I don't want to say shoot you, stab you. I'm just saying you better let him just knock you out cold, because that's probably the best case scenario for that situation. Just watch his fight.
Oh,
Here we
dude,
go.
I'm rewatching it again, and I just
First of all, what
kill
jersey
move,
is that? Who's
bro.
number 14?
Kill move.
Or
That's an old
is
one.
that? Watch, he gets in his face. You don't want to do this with poncho guy. He gives him the push, gets beer all over his poncho. It's a shame.
Yeah, that first hit, hats off, bro.
Yeah.
He hit him so hard his hat fell off.
Here we go.
That's a beauty.
Oh, just clean.
Well, now the question remains: will round 2 have another friendly fire?
Let's find out.
Well, speaking of friendly fire, actually, I mean Draisaitl on that goal from Riley Smith, packing in the assist, right?
Boy.
Skinner fully out of net. If anyone's about to get their ass beat in Edmonton, it's Skinner.
Yeah, you would have really liked to go up 3-0 in that series. They should have the better team than Vegas this go around, but man, you can't really let mistakes like that take over a series. Oh, by the way,
You really can't.
this isn't even the only fight from that night. This is real fight night, Edmonton. We don't need Dana White. Check this out.
Wait, time out. There was another fight.
Oh,
the same
yeah, we got a
evening?
10-second clip of just somebody getting...
All right, so for everybody
up.
watching at home, this was a fight that took place on April 30th during the first round of the playoffs that we're referencing here. And apparently on the same night, there was another fight.
Just a watch party fiasco between Oiler fans. So we got a guy here wearing tight jeans. Say about that what you will. Got a white jacket.
What's wrong with tight jeans, Cameron? You got a problem with
Say
tight
what
jeans?
you will is what I said. I didn't say anything. You said you had a problem about it. This guy is getting ganged up on. I don't know what he did to
Yeah, this
have
is
half
crazy.
of Edmonton, throwing haymakers at him.
I love that 3 people is half of Edmonton.
Yeah. How many people live there? 10? 6?
I don't know. Like, it's a city.
At least I can name it. 2 of them. Look at this. Oh, and he just gets shoved, and they're just kicking at his face now.
Okay, my question is this. Is he an out-of-towner? Because all the guys beating the shit out of him are just in, like, T-shirts and a hoodie. And this guy's got a full-on puffer.
That is a real good
a
point.
full-on jacket.
Yeah.
Like, I'm starting to wonder, did this guy just wander into the wrong crowd? Like,
Too cold for you, hoser? Yeah, he's just getting... They gang up on him, which maybe he deserved it. I don't know. I'm not ever
I
in
gotta
Canada.
say, like, he is technically wearing LA colors. Like black and white LA
Ooh.
colors. Maybe he walked into the wrong camp. Who knows? But I find it really funny. People can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I find it funny that the fans fight more than the team.
Just how you know they're ride or die fans.
As far as like actual like fist fights, like dropping gloves, there's a lot to be said for the way that Oilers find a way in OT hockey. You think they'd find a way in the game, but big moments, I suppose. But yeah, I think I just love a good fight, a good street fight, a good hockey fight in general. And yeah, it's wild that Oilers fans are decking people in the first round.
Yeah, and Edmonton fans always come alive this time of year.
Yeah.
One of the crazier things we've seen from that fan base since last year, when we had, she went she got a little famous for this. I don't know if it was necessarily on her own terms, but we had a flasher in the stands in the playoff series last year. We can throw that up too. I think you're gonna have to edit that out.
I am definitely going to throw it up, but I'm putting bars over the. There it is for all of our friends at home.
Yeah, to me, Edmund fans just get it, right? They need the cup. This needs to happen for them, or else they do shit like this.
They really do.
I think looking at perhaps only a couple more years left of Connor McDavid there.
I fully agree, but I feel like it's going to be an all-out fucking riot if McDavid leaves.
He doesn't have to. I mean, if you can be there and just be like, this is a poverty franchise. I'm not going to be doing this anymore. I have to go win. He has to win cups. They think he's the next one. He has to. Yeah. And so if
dude, I mean, they literally call him McJesus, and it's like, how do you lose McJesus? I mean, buddy, that would be wild. And it's not far-fetched to think. I agree with you on that sentiment. I think even Sidney Crosby is really upset that Sullivan went over to New York. And there was talks that he might not keep hanging out with the Penguins. I don't know. It's a rumor mill, but
no, that's all.
It's just stuff I see on the internet. I'm not an insider whatsoever. Neither are you. But, just this idea that these guys are really good players and they want to be with the best coaches and they want to win. No one gets into the NHL and plays at that level and doesn't want to win. Even kids on the Sharks and the Blackhawks and teams that are bottom of the league want to win.
And their playing career is limited, and I think when you have this chance, when you are a superstar like Connor McDavid, in Chicago, the team they put around him, he's 18, and the team they put around him was completely unacceptable. He's got to be there for a few, I don't know how long, contracts, whatever situation he's in, but he doesn't have to be there just because they drafted him and can't build. I mean, you've had a lot. Connor's been in the league for 10 years now, right? You've had a long time to figure this out.
Yes, McDavid. McDavid has been in the league for a while, and he's been Edmonton through and through. And I think he'll be Canadian through and through. The only team I could see him going to is Toronto if he was going to leave. Why would he go? The Flames don't have it. He's going to have to go to another cup contending team, and a team that's closer to the cup. And I don't even think the Leafs are closer to the cup than the Oilers. Well, I guess they are because they've at least won it recently, more recently than Edmonton. So yeah, it's this. I think this is the first year in how long that there's been more than 3-something Canadian teams in the playoffs to begin with, or there's some weird stat there. I'll throw it up on the side, the correct stat. But yeah, it's this idea that it's like looking back at Canada versus USA in the Four Nations and how big that became. And this idea that there's a lot of pride on the line, aside from the US politics at play and just everything going on in general around whether all-star games are going to continue or not. Just the NHL finding new ways to bring in viewership and to spread hockey. And you get these rivalries. We've mentioned them and we talk about them all the time. And yeah, I mean, Canada has something to prove here. Hockey's their thing, and it's always kind of been their thing. And now suddenly you have these really competitive American teams in the league, and it's a little unfair in a way because there's more American teams in each division than there are Canadian teams. So Canada really has their work cut out for them, and they still find ways to be competitive. But yeah, Edmonton's going to have to figure it out. I think there is a real risk that they lose Connor. I don't know how you keep someone of his caliber if you can't continue to build a team around him to actually have a chance at winning the cup, because he must imagine every player and how bad they want to win a cup and then be the best player in the league.
Only get to play a third of the game,
Yeah.
I guess that could take us to our next question: is who you got in the finals?
Who do I have in the finals of Vegas versus Edmonton?
Yeah, who do you got winning the series? You have time for that by the time this gets out.
Yeah. Well, we'll know by the time we release this episode.
Yeah, you're right. All right, who do you got winning the cup?
Who do I got winning the cup?
So right here I started talking about how I had to redo my bracket for the second chance, and in the second chance I had the Canes and the Vegas Knights go into the Stanley Cup final, and clearly that is not what happened. Got fucked again. Completely wrong. I talk a little bit about how the Leafs don't have it in them. I was right about that. They definitely don't. But yeah, just what a bad prediction of the cup. I'm good on the Hurricanes, but awful everywhere else. Oh my God.
Interesting. I'm a big fan of the Stahl brothers. Whatever one is left there. I know Jordan might still be there. I have a limited hockey. But Jordan Stahl, great player for the 09 Cup winning Penguins. I had Minnesota getting it all this year. A big Nathan McKinnon fan. Thought this was kind of just going to be the way to be able to, get by the Knights, and then maybe the hardest challenge would be Edmonton. They went out in 6. So looking at what we have left here, I have a crazy idea. I don't know if it's crazy necessarily, but a lot of these other teams look a bit more flashier picks, but I think I'm going to go with Dallas. And I think Dallas is going to beat Toronto in the Stanley Cup final. Okay. And I think it's going to be a sweep. I think Dallas is going to...
You think it'll be a sweep?
I'm calling my shot. So not only is Dallas going to get out of the current round they're in, but they're going to go to the final against Toronto, sweep them, and win the cup. Would this cup be in? Would it be in Toronto? Game 4? Oh boy.
Oh yeah, that would be. Oof.
I always cheer against Canadian teams.
That'll be a hit.
I don't want to be rude, but as an American, I kind of feel like the fact that Canada hasn't won a cup since '93 it makes up for not being able to win that 2010 Gold Cup medal, right? Or the Olympic medal. Not winning
the Olympic medal.
The Four Nations tournament, right? I still feel like maybe another 15 years of this, and then I'll feel okay about Canada winning. But for now, I'm going USA all the way. I'm going to choose a Texas team, and they're going to, in my opinion, wipe out Toronto.
All right, fair enough. Because I think I have Hurricanes going against Vegas.
Let's go.
You
for the
dummy.
Cup. And I think it will be 7 games.
Yeah, I love that.
It won't be.
I love that.
I think it'll be brutal. I think it's going to be 7 games all the way.
Won't be brutal. Won't be 7
two
games.
classic hockey towns, right? Was it
Fucking
Riley?
Idiot.
And Vegas.
North Carolina and Vegas. The desert. The forest versus the desert.
I love the Stanley Cup playoffs. Best playoffs
Stanley Cup
there is.
Yes, it is.